If you get money that you were not expecting, don't change your lifestyle or create unnecessary expenses. These are the wise words of my former lecturer. And obviously, at that time, I was like, sir is a spitting fact. And for a very long time, I thought, I got this, up until it was time to live it. So in the month of April, May, I had some money left over from my variable expenses. I had been disciplined and I spent less than what I had budgeted for. And like the big girl that I am, I had planned to take the money straight to my sinking fund, as I will be traveling to Johannesburg the next month. Be wise, secure the bag. And I really meant it when I said it. But when May came, it was just a heavy month. A lot was going on. And the money that I had said I'm going to use for my sinking fund, it started to feel like comfort instead of purpose. So I started spending money on things that I did not even budget for. And some of them are things that I really needed, but honestly, they could have waited. It's not things that I needed at that time. And in the middle of all that, my lecturer's voice came back. When you get money that you didn't expect, don't create unnecessary expenses. Except this time, it was not necessarily money that I didn't expect, but it is money that was left over from the previous month, which I had a plan for. I had planned to put it into my sinking fund. I expected the money, but I just failed to protect the plan that I had made for it. I was extremely mad at myself for this. I really felt a bit disappointed, but lessons were learned, and these are the 3 things that I learned. Number 1, budgeting isn't just numbers, it's about protecting your plan. Plans are easy to make, but habits and discipline are what keep them alive. But 2, leftover money isn't free money, it's purpose money. Just because you didn't spend it the last month doesn't mean that now you can spend it on anything or everywhere. It has a purpose or it has a plan. Respect it. Number 3, delayed gratification is a gift to your future self. Saying no at that time is not necessarily denial. It is a love for tomorrow. So it is important to practice delayed gratification. Yes, I messed up. I didn't do what I said I would do. But this time around, I am moving with intention. More than just intention, actually. I am moving with self-awareness. And that's the beauty of personal finance. The lessons learned, everything that you learn throughout the month, the lessons are what you can carry to the next month to help you become better than what you were yesterday. That being said, let's get right into this month's reset. So I went to McDonald's. As always, I always go on my monthly budget dates. But the sound and the lighting was like, I am not coming to the table, okay? The sound was just not the best, and the lighting was okay, but for some reason I felt like it wasn't what I wanted and I sounded weird. So I was like, you know what, let's cut it. But I did budget. I went through with my budget, so the habit did not die. I just couldn't shoot at that time. That is why I am redoing this video. This series is called Beyond the Budget for a reason, because it's not about perfect videos, nor about perfect numbers, but the habits that keep us going.
Here's a glimpse of the date. As mentioned, I was at McDonald's. I ordered the Nazo meal. Guys, this meal was 30 bucks. So if you are considering joining this tradition, you don't even have to break the bank, okay? 30 rand and you're good to go. I spent 41 rand because I also bought ice cream. But still, it's not a lot to complain about. If you want to be focused and better your finances, then it's worthwhile.
First things first, reviewing the previous month. I really don't want to go deep into the previous month. I've already shared what happened, but as much as I didn't protect the plan that I had with the leftover money, I must say that I really stuck to my budget overall. Everything else that I had planned, I did exactly that. I only overspent in a few categories.
Now let's get into my budget. So I use the zero-based budgeting method, and I've already done all the calculations to make sure that everything boils down to 0. Just like last month, there's quite a lot going on this month. I will be traveling to Johannesburg. My friend is getting married. Whoa, 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 whoa. So last month I went to Johannesburg as well in Ilimagadi, and this month they are getting married. So if you've attended a wedding before, you know these things cost a lot of money. There's quite a lot. I need to get the dress, I need to get the shoes, the makeup, the hair, the gift. There's traveling as well. You name it, the list goes on. So I need to be prepared for that. And because of everything that is going on, I think it's best for me to start with my sinking funds. So I currently have 7 sinking funds. However, I will only be working with 5 this month because those are the ones that are a priority for me. So the first one is medical. As you know, I don't have a medical aid, so I just throw in money every month towards a medical sinking fund. And then birthdays and special days, this month I will only be allocating 120. I will add on what is already there. And then there's travel and the wedding. So I decided to combine these two. I will be allocating 2,230 for these. And there is leisure. I need to meet up with a friend. We've been saying we're going to go out. So, yeah. I know you guys are gonna come for me, but yes, that is my budget. 300. I don't have any more, but yeah, that is my budget. Now we move over to the actual budget. Firstly, it is my income, which is my salary and interest income. I don't disclose my salary. Interest, I'm expecting 200. And then my tithe, that is a non-negotiable. I will always emphasize this. Before I pay myself, I pay God, and then I pay myself. So, unlike other people, I don't have a fixed amount that goes towards my savings. I look at how the month is going to unfold, what are the most important things, and basically everything that is going on in that month. Like this month, there is a wedding and there are other things that I needed to prioritize. So I will only be saving 1,100 Rand. And then my debt, that is my outstanding debt from Northwest University. And then we move over to the fixed expenses. I've got rent. I am paying 1,900. I am renting Kokasi. And funeral cover, that is a 200 Rand. And then there is a telecom, that is data, the 80 gig plan. However, I want to cancel this. I already went to Telkom and inquired with them. Since it's not a prepaid, before I cancel it, I'm gonna have to pay this month and the next month, then I am done. Because I keep paying for this, but I don't even use it. I therefore end up spending more on airtime. So I decided to just cut it out. And then iCloud storage, 60 Rand. By the way, guys, my storage is already full. Imagine 200 gig. And my phone is, I think the space on my phone is 128 gig. It's already full. Guys, content is killing the youth. But I need to delete things that I don't use anymore. I'm a hoarder. I think I'm hoarding things that I'm not even supposed to be hoarding. Now we move over to my variable expenses. Transport to work, that will be 685. There's transport to church. I realized that last month I allocated less than I was supposed to. So I decided to increase it a little bit this month. So that is 580. And then contributions, those are church contributions. I don't disclose that. Youth, I am part of the youth department at my church. So I usually have events, but this month we're not going to have an event. I will, however, put this money aside so that when the next event comes, I don't have to save a lot or pop out a lot of money. Yes. And then offering, I also don't disclose that. Food, this month I'm gonna have to make things happen with 850, guys, because wow, kuningi. So I allocated 850 for groceries. Electricity, 210 Rand. Hey, Mokone, I need to make sure that I use electricity wisely. Bathong motlakase wa tura. Yo, Miscellaneous 230 rand. So this is for those minor expenses that come up throughout the month. Maybe I forgot to include it in my budget. For my budget date, 90 rand, I already know where I'm gonna go. For my toiletries, I have allocated 130 rand. Yo, people always judge me for this. Guys, I bought a lot of things in bulk. So this is just to add on those minor things, particularly sanitary stuff. Laundry, 230. So last month, I think I allocated 110 or 120, and I realized that it wasn't enough. In summer, I usually wash my clothes maybe once a month. But when it comes to winter, ga ke na dilwana, guys. I don't have enough warm clothes, so I have to do my laundry twice a month. That is why I decided to double that amount. And then airtime, 150 rand. This is one category where I overspent. Our Wi-Fi tends to act up sometimes, so I usually have to buy my own data. That is why airtime is so high. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't use the Telkom SIM card, so I need to get rid of it. This airtime is what I use throughout the month, basically when our Wi-Fi acts up or when I am traveling or I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi. Bank charges, 60 rands. Guys, I don't usually have high bank charges. When people are complaining about high bank charges, I can't relate. I totally can't relate. So I use two bank accounts. I use Capitec and I use Time Bank. I usually transfer my sinking funds and the money that I'm going to cash stuff into my Time Bank account and then ask for a cashback. I hardly withdraw from the ATM because it is expensive. Well, it's not really expensive, but when you compare it with asking for a cashback at the till, that other option is cheaper. So that's why I always opt for that. Yes, it's not a lot of money, but guys, it makes a huge difference. That's 18 or 20 rand throughout the month. You can buy bread with that. So if you are like me and you use cash, rather opt for asking for cash back rather than withdrawing from the ATM. And that is it for my budget.
I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, share it with a friend, engage in my content. It helps for YouTube to push it and show it to other people as well. So that is my request. Please do engage with the content. And if you haven't subscribed, please hop on to Umeli Wake Up Boy to see Dudule as we learn and grow together. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye.